Welcome along to the North Lodge Cottage Garden. As many of you will know, 2022 is a really important year in the United Kingdom as Queen Elizabeth II celebrates her Platinum Jubilee. Along with the Woodland Trust, the RHS, and launched by Dame Judi Dench last year at the RHS Chelsea Flower Show, they launched the Queen's Green Canopy campaign, encouraging everybody to plant a tree for the Jubilee. Now here at North Lodge over the last 4 years we've had to do substantial work to push back our plot and secure ourselves, and that's involved installing these new fences, and these went in exactly 1 year ago. To get these into place we had to remove a really ugly, half-dead, large conifer hedge that ran round at the northwestern side of the house. Now we take the loss of habitat very, very seriously here at North Lodge and try and replace it wherever possible. And if you can plant a tree for the Jubilee, I would really encourage you to do so. And if possible, if you're here in the UK, make it an indigenous species. Pop along to the Woodland Trust website, they're selling trees there, or go along to your local garden centre or do a bit of a Google search. We're incredibly lucky here at North Lodge to be surrounded by hundreds of indigenous trees, everything from oak to birch, ash, elm, and all sorts of things in between. So I've had the luxury when I'm choosing my tree to put my mind to something else. As a new beekeeper, I watched my bees fly through December, January and even February this year, out searching for food, as this particular winter was particularly mild as a sign of climate change. I'm fully aware that my bees probably return to the hive hungrier than they actually set out, which is not a good thing to do at all. So what I've decided to do is I've opted for this. This is an Acacia, or a mimosa as many of you will call it. A pretty large pot-grown specimen that I purchased this week, and this is the tree that we're going to plant here at North Lodge for the Jubilee. Large specimens like this that have been pot-grown need to be really well looked after. Being on a tree line and fed intravenously, literally drip by drip on a watering system, these trees have very, very small root balls, so I'm going to have to be very careful with this over the next year or year and a half and make sure it's well watered. I'm also, because of the size of the root ball, going to have to do two things. I'm going to have to knock it out of this pot and really tease those roots apart, giving it a really good chance of escaping into the soil and getting itself well anchored. Also, I'm going to have to make sure that I stake it well, because obviously having a small root ball, and as you can see standing around 10 feet tall, it's going to have the tendency to whip around a lot in the wind. So I need to anchor that root ball to the floor and make sure it doesn't move. The Acacia is a relatively short-lived tree. It grows very, very quickly, something in the region of about 50 to 60 centimetres a year, and will reach maturity in under 10 years. Only living for about 25 to 35 years, I'll be lucky enough in my lifetime to see this tree reach maturity, and I might even have to replace it with something else. But if you are able to get out and plant a tree for the Jubilee this year, I would really encourage you to do so. Whether it's in your garden, on a balcony, maybe in a community space with the permission of your council or local school, get out, get your young people involved and plant a tree for the Jubilee, something for you to remember 2022. Now I know it's a really tough time in the world at the moment, so let's put a little bit of joy into it, let's give us a little bit of hope and get out planting things that are going to make a real difference to our open spaces, things for us to enjoy in the future, and of course to mark this very, very special year. If you're planting a tree, do let me know what you're planting. Please do make sure you like, follow and share. Please follow me on Instagram or follow my YouTube channel for more videos.